I'm not going to deny it.
Good. That's what we're looking
Yeah.
for.
And you have used your position as a chair to introduce yourself to some of your heroes, specifically Bruce Springsteen, let's say, and you're not, you working Tom Russell. Go ahead and tell us how Tom Russell got you. You're in with Springsteen.
Well, Tom had showed me, some point 96, 97, a letter that he had received from Bruce. He was living in Brooklyn, and he got a brown envelope in the mail one day that says that has a letter inside congratulating him on his new CD, and it's signed by Bruce Springsteen. He I think to Tom's knowledge, he had no connection with it. Where that got to Bruce, I don't know. Bruce was kind enough to write to him, and he showed it to me, which was a big deal. So yes, I was at an after party relatively early in my tenure on the Rock Hall board, and I saw Bruce standing across the way with a woman leaning against the bar at the Bull and the Bear at the Waldorf Astoria. It was a private party that Jan was throwing after an induction ceremony. And it was, 2:30 in the morning. And I mustered the courage to walk over, and Bruce was just leaning against the bar. The woman was standing next to him, and I walked up and said, I'm Alec Wightman. I'm on the board of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I just wanted to thank you for all you've done for the Rock Hall. He just leaned there with his arms folded. He was nice. I don't mean to imply anything to the negative, because he's a wonderful guy, but he was unmoved at that point. And I said, and I have to tell you, I have a good friend named Tom Russell who once showed me a letter you wrote him congratulating him on his new CD. And Bruce stood up real straight, and his eyes lit up, and he shook my hand. He says, I remember writing that letter. He said, Tom and I have never met. And I said, yeah, I understand that. But I said, he'll be getting an email from me at 3:30 in the morning telling him I met you. And with that, she stuck out her hand and said, I'm Patty Scialfa. And I said, I know who you are. And, didn't want to disturb them, but thanked them both, talked for a couple of minutes and walked away. So, a thrill.
Right. See, sometimes you have to use your superpowers to introduce yourself to